Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Fantasy Football, and welcome to my video. It is time to look at some of the best transfer options for game week 11. Now before all that, I made a transfer. As you all know, I had two free transfers going into game week 11. I made one already. I removed a Bamian and I got myself Jamie Vardy. And you know what? I'm going to put my hands up. I made a mistake by bringing Aubameyang in. He blanked against Sheffield United. He blanked against Crystal Palace. In my mind, I just thought, you know what, at home against Crystal Palace, there's a high chance for Arsenal to score a lot of goals. I mean, they did. They scored 2 goals. Well, probably 3. And he was just nowhere to be seen. Nowhere to be seen. That's what happened to him in that Sheffield United game as well. And I made a mistake. So as you all know, I wildcarded after game week 8. I brought in Aubameyang in. I was so close to bring in Jamie Vardy. I'm not gonna you can go back to the videos and yeah, made a mistake. And you know what? I'm not gonna hold a player again for such a long time like how I did with Sigurdsson. I'm not gonna do that again. I'm gonna make the moves. I'm gonna get these players in that are on fire. The team is on fire, and even though that Leicester has a difficult fixture against Crystal Palace, I think moving forward, he is pretty much the best option. Plus, the team itself is doing so well that everyone's buzzing. Everyone's like, you know, they're up there right now. And if they continue this momentum, they can do something. And against Arsenal as well, I can see them scoring. I can see them, you know, counter-attacking. And then Brighton, then 2 back-to-back home games. I mean, Leicester City's fixtures are incredible. Now, I'm not saying go out there and do the same thing, because he could blank the next game week. And, you know, anything can happen in football. But value for money, he is so much better than Aubameyang right now. And plus, like I said, coming back. Okay, you know, I'm going to put my hands up. I made a mistake. And these things can happen. We move on. We make the switch. We change the things around. And hopefully, we can get some decent points next game week. Now I bet you want to know what I'm going to do with my other free transfer. Well, I am going to be using this transfer in game week 11. So that means if I can set my team ready for game week 12, I can bank that transfer in game week 12. And as you all know, after game week 12 to game week 13, in between that is the international break. If I do that, then I can bank my transfer in game week 12. Then I have 2 free transfers in game week 13. Then I'll be set. That is the plan. And that is the kind of the strategy that I'm going with, and I think that's a really good strategy. Now, the 2 players that I'm thinking about, now it doesn't have to be these 3 players, there might be other options, but for now these are my thoughts. Is to remove McGinn. Now if I do remove John McGinn, as you can see, I've got 7.6 in the bank. Now if I had 7.7, then I would have went for David Silva against Southampton. Now, because I don't, I got 7.6, I thought I'll have a look around, and I saw Martial around the 7.6 mark. 4.6% owned. As you can see, 3 goals and 1 assist. He came back from like a long injury here. Only 74 minutes played, 1 goal. Obviously, I still need to see if he actually plays in the cup in the midweek. Hopefully he doesn't, and if he does, then that might put me off a little bit. But we will see. And yeah, and he missed the penalty in this game as well. And these fixture for Manchester United, it's actually really, really good. They're being, you know, under the radar just a little bit. And, you know, this fixture here against Bournemouth is a difficult one. But I can see them still scoring goals, you know. I don't care what happens at the back. I feel like they can still score. So yeah, Bournemouth away, Brighton at home, Sheffield United away, Aston Villa at home. Even this Tottenham game at home is actually a decent shout. So this is what I'm thinking about, bringing Anthony Martial out. Now if I don't go for the Martial move, I was thinking to remove King and get myself Raul Jimenez into my team. 7.2, 10.7% owned, 3 goals, 2 assists, on penalties as well, which is fantastic. Arsenal away, Arsenal leagues goals. Even this Aston Villa, I'm not saying that they're going to win all of these games, but I can see him being the #1 player of their team, scoring them goals. So yeah, really good fixtures. Like back-to-back home games here, and it still continues. They got tough fixtures, right? And the tough fixtures, most of them's at home. So that is really good, and we know what they can do against the bigger teams. So that is the other move that I was thinking about. So if I just put him here, then that means I will stick with that 3-4-3 formation instead of the 3-5-2 formation. Then I'll have a McGinn on the bench, and as you can see with McGinn's fixtures, if I can, kind of like hold him throughout the Christmas period is actually really good. But there might be some rotation. I like thinking about it as well. There might be some rotation here, and he might not play every single game. So, yeah, I don't know. I think the Martial move feels better in some kind of way, and he is a massive differential, and he's an explosive player. But we'll see. So yeah, that was my transfer plans. I thought I'd let you guys know because you guys have been following me for such a long time. And let's talk about some of the best options for game week 11. Now, I still have Jimenez, still have Vardy. I think these players are fantastic choices for game week 11. I'm going to move on from them because I've already spoken about them. Connolly here, 4.6, Brighton player. Now, Brighton is playing really good. But it's only like a 1 week punt here because their fixtures turn a little bit and it's very, very difficult. Norwich at home is very good for Brighton to score a lot of goals in. And because he is so cheap, you can put him on your bench after this game. That's what's good about him. Now, okay, I'm not 100% sure if Trossard, if he comes back, if it's going to affect his minutes. If that's the case, then there will be a problem. But because he's been performing well lately, they might give him a chance to play a little bit more. So a really good option, but we still need to be wary of him. But because he's so cheap, that it doesn't really matter. You got Sterling, Kevin De Bruyne, David Silva. Sterling's pretty much going to be the number one captain choice for this game week. With 7 goals and 1 assist. Kevin De Bruyne is probably going to be second. I probably will captain Kevin De Bruyne. David Silva as well, a cheaper option, and you know what? It's a very good option. He's doing really well. Plus, this is his last season, so maybe they will give him more time to kind of play. I bought in Jan Malenko here. It's 6 million. So if you want to move McGinn, then you can get a player like him, a really good fixture, just like Brighton. They got really good fixture next, but then it becomes a little bit difficult. So if you want to go for that 1 week punt, then Jan Malenko is pretty much the one to go for against Newcastle at home. It might be a little bit difficult because Newcastle is quite strong, but at home, I can see West Ham doing well here. And obviously, you got to keep your Liverpool players here. Mane, Salah had a knock, but looks like he is fine. But just going on to that cheaper option, Mane is the one to go for. And yeah, the defense, Lundstrom's got a really good fixture now against Burnley at home. Then you can bench him and then you can use him again. He's such an amazing player. I got to mention these, even though that a lot of people who has these kind of players in their team, they're very cheap and they will give you these like powerful midfielders like Kevin De Bruyne and Sterling to kind of like you're freeing up a lot of money there. And Lundstrom is pretty much a player that could get you like a lot of points. Next up is Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now Robertson is another good pick as well, but I went with Trent. He's a little bit more expensive. I think he can get those points very, very soon. And him being on set pieces helps a lot. Now we got the 2 Leicester players, Soyuncu and Chilwell, really good players. We already spoke about these players like on my wild card. We said that we need to start investing in Leicester players. We did. They brought in the points, and I can see them bringing more points later on. Fixtures are very good. And yeah, if you want a really cheap option, then Soyuncu is the one to go for. If you want like a mid-price one, Chilwell. I know a lot of people will try to go for him because he scored that massive score, so you might get some price rises if you want to do that. And then the other one is Rico. It's just a cheap option to kind of get the players that you want up front. And for the goalkeepers, Ryan, really. But yeah, that is about it. I'm gonna wait and see what happens in the midweek games, and then I'm gonna create my video on a Thursday. I might delay that, and I might post it on a Friday, because I got a little bit of an overtime that I need to do at work. So we'll see. That might change, and I might post the video on a Thursday instead of Friday. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I gave you some kind of idea. I made that move. I can't wait no more. I'm sick and tired of waiting. I need to make these moves, and I need to make them now. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.